Just moved in my new house today. Moving was hard, but I got squared away. Bells started ringing and chains rattled loud. I knew I'd moved in a haunted house. Still I made up in my mind to stay. Nothing was gonna drive me away.
Good morning, people. Build day 21 or 22, not sure which. I made a little progress on the electrical yesterday. Got that there and that there to do, and my set dressers are getting ready to come out and give me a hand. We can continue on with what we were working on yesterday, and that's basically going through each tub, getting the stuff in the tubs, into their displays, and then we're going to start doing some wiring. But right now I need to get my truck moved, we need to get the photo op set up, need to get the coffin door open. And that's a weird order because the coffin door has to be open first or I can't move the photo booth or the truck. But we're into electrical. And that's pretty much what we're going to be working on today. So I'm going to put this camera down. And I am going to get to work. Oh, forgot to ask. Good morning to the Breakfast Club. How was your coffee this morning? Okay, well, we're down to 3 tubs. Got my LEDs over there. This one basically has just strobe lights in it. That one's fogger stuff. Hoses and fittings and that type of thing. And then of course I got my foggers. Foggers I'll put out as I get to a display that needs one, I'll put one out. And hence I haven't gone through the fogger stuff. I'll go through that as I'm putting the foggers out. So all the displays have all the electrical items that they need. Now it's time to start going through and wiring things. That means getting the LEDs out, getting them wired in to my control panel. And like I said, you'd end up seeing it at some point in the haunt. The control panel, I made it a couple of years back when I converted over to LED. It's got a master on-off switch that kills everything. All the red buttons are 12 volt, the black buttons are 5 volt. So that's my low voltage power thing. And it's just 2 computer power supplies I put in there, tied into a light bar. And the master switch is tied into the light bar. So if you kill the light bar, kill that one, it kills the light bar, it kills everything plugged into it. Real simple, semi-straightforward. The wiring on it was a freaking nightmare. But anyway, now I gotta start going through everything and getting the actual lights into their displays, any electrical items in a display, gotta get hooked up to power, and so on. So we're starting with the big cat display first, and then we'll do the driveway, then the chain haul, then and just slowly work our way through the haunt display by display or area by area. And hopefully tonight I'll be able to show you some of the lit up scenes. Hopefully. Hey, I gotta give you a small update. This is about the only form of update you're going to be getting is me sitting here on the porch talking to you for most of the day. Reason being is you can't see squat during the day. That's the one problem about doing lighting during the day. When you're outdoors and the sun's shining. You can't aim your lights and, you know, focus them and stuff. Gotta wait for tonight to do that, and then you guys will get a good nighttime view of everything I end up getting done today. So far the big cat display has its lights in it. We got the straw on it. That display is officially done and ready to go. We also got the arch over the exit wired up, so now both the entrance and the exits are done. And the wall sconces, the little candle lights I have on either side of the exit, those are wired and ready to go. I figure once I get done smoking my stogie, next stop is going to be all the signage out front and the torture chamber. Or not torture chamber, chain haul, excuse me. We'll get that wired and that'll be good to go. My hope is to get through to the graveyard today and have, you know, out front, chain haul, graveyard, all wired and ready to go. That's the idea. I'm hoping I get that far. Actually, I hope I make it past that. But who knows? Who knows? The shadow knows. Will you know? We may know. I don't know. We'll leave it at that. Okay, peeps. You are my peeps. At least the Breakfast Club is. How's Breakfast Club going so far? Is that coffee good? Did you put a little too much cream or a little too much sugar into it? You put too much sugar into it, you're going to be hyper. You put too much cream in it, you could end up in the restroom all day long. Okay, progress so far. Since the last update, I should say. All the signage out in front of the haunt, the exit, the enter, the hours, the rules, all of that is lit. Also got the torture chamber lit. Not torture chamber, chain hall. Not torture chamber, chain hall. I got the chain hall lit. Next project is probably going to be the graveyard, and that's going to take me the rest of the day. There's a ton of 110 stuff in that display, and I have my first Scuba Boo board to hook up. Crossing my fingers, everything works as intended. It should, with between Scuba Spook 1 and Tyler, the creator of the boards. Over the last year, they helped me work out a lot of kinks, and we tested them here about a month ago, and everything's working as intended, or was at that time. Now the proof's going to be in the pudding, and more than likely, if they don't work, it's not the board's fault, it's going to be my fault. I am not good with these boards, and I'll probably spend several hours out there just screwing with the one board trying to get it to do what I want it to do. Anyway, I'm going to finish my stogie, and I'm going to go out and get started on it. It's going to be dinner time before we get it done. Okay guys, told you I'd give you a look when it got dark enough. So here you go. And I'm real curious to see how this camera performs with these lights on. And according to the view screen, it's nice and bright. But we've got all the electrical out front is finished. We went and got straw into this display. And then I just noticed one of the eyeballs is burned out, and those things are a bitch to change. But I might mess with that at a later date. And then the red LED is working okay. Or not really, it's a red strobe, but it's not lighting it up as much as I'd wanted. You can see the big kitty up there. And the enter and the buzzards. Now we did decide to put a chain across here so people knew we were closed. And I moved the closed sign from over at the exit over to here. So we did that. Okay, back again. Sorry, I zip tied this chain on. I forgot to nip the zip tie off. Now I do have the fence down that goes by the coffin door there. But George, our greeter.
Do come in, but beware. Some of the residents here are not as friendly as I am.
His jaw stopped working year before last. It still has some spring to it, you know, for bringing the jaw back up, but the rod on the inside broke, I think, so it won't push down. I've been trying to work up the nerve to take him apart and see if I can fix it, but, you know, he still turns his head and everything. Anyway, into the chain hall.
It's very merry tonight.
Now the only lights we have on in here are blue and green LEDs on George, and then each skeleton has a red flood. Now it looks a little brighter here because of that. It's one of my stained glass panels, and there'll actually be a curtain here, so we shouldn't have any of that light coming in. But I got these going. And there is a vlog on my channel somewhere of me making these. And this is as far as we got. And I wasn't too happy with the purple dragon. The purple didn't take very well. Now, I got the only thing in the graveyard I've got working as intended right now are the stained glass panels. I still need to come in and run the electrical for the tombstones yet. I still need to do the LED lighting for the tombstones yet. And I gotta get into that crypt and hook up the crypt. I gotta get into the mausoleum, hook up the crypt, fogger, and some LEDs to a Scooby-Doo board in there yet, along with the 2 speakers. And I'm not gonna get to all of that tonight. But I was thinking about going ahead and trying to wire up the tombstones tonight. But the more I think about it, the more it'd probably be better to wait. But anyway, that's pretty much as far as we've got. It's taken me all day to get from the big kitty out there wired up to here. And then tomorrow I'll come in, we'll get the rest of this done, and then we'll move on into the photo hall. And the photo hall is going to take a while. What we're going to end up doing is for each of the pictures, and you can't see them. Well, you can see that one, but get around into here where there's a little bit more light. You might be able to see something. Nope. 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 But, oh, here we go. This guy. We can use this guy. Each of the pictures, this style of picture that I've got in the photo hall is going to get 2 different colors of LEDs. You'll get like a green and then a red. And when the people walk, I'm going to tie the green and the red LEDs into the Scooby-Doo board that activates my mirror. And what's going to happen is when people walk in, I'll have, let's say, like the green LEDs on. So all the pictures in the hallway will be all lit up in green. And then as they get to a certain point in the hallway, they'll trip the sensor for the Scooby-Doo board. The greens will turn off, the reds will turn on, the mirror will activate, and so on. At least that's the plan. That's what I wanted to do last year, and I really didn't get it working out as intended. I was having some problems with wiring, and that was on my end, my fault. Anyway, let's see, what time is it anyway? It's going on 8:30. It's getting dark out here though, and I really don't want to be doing wiring in the dark. So I'm going to go ahead and bag it. I'm sorry kind of for the lack of footage. There really wasn't all that much to see today. You know, just basically lighting, and really didn't make it all that far, but I did get into the graveyard, which is something I wanted to do. Tomorrow we'll get the graveyard finished, which will make my wife happy. Sorry, trying to empty out my pockets as we go along here. Hold on one second. Okay, smoke is back. Nothing like a good cigar. Even if it's a cheap cigar, it's still a good cigar. But anyway, made some progress today. On the docket for tomorrow, yeah, more electrical. We've got errands tomorrow morning. Get back, we're going to get the graveyard finished, we'll get into the photo hall, and I'm hoping to get the torture chamber wired as well. Maybe the corn. I'd like to make it as far as the corn hall tomorrow, if possible. Graveyard's going to take a while with that mausoleum and everything. The photo hall is pretty straightforward, usually. Though I'm tying the LEDs into the Scooby-Doo board this year, it might make things a little interesting, to say the least. Let's see. I think that's about it. So, Breakfast Club, if you guys are awake enough, I hope you got your coffee finished. Now wipe off your chins, get outside, grab your tool belts, your paintbrushes, your foam, and get to work. Halloween's almost upon us, just a little over a week away, guys. Get to work, quit watching so many vlogs, and enjoy your jelly donuts. Stay spooky, y'all. Stay toxic.